Good morning, Sagittarius. Happy Sunday. You know what it is. It's time to get ready for the week ahead. But you can still rest, Sag, because it feels like you're going to need it. Which is really funny because I'm seeing some, I don't know if today is the first day of Gemini season. I hope so, because, Taurus season was just so sleepy for me. So anyways, let's get into it. And, Jupiter is going into Gemini if it isn't there already. I'm not even sure about the dates, but it's going to mean a lot in terms of communication. And that's why, since Gemini is our sister sign, so we usually will feel affected by those transits. So let's get into it. So in terms of the theme of the week, I feel like you're feeling good about things. Like Desert Passage means, you know that there is a plan for you. You don't seem overly pressed about it. Trust there's a divine plan. I feel like you are. Currently it doesn't really feel like you can see it yet, but just remember, as Sagittarians, we are very comfortable with uncertainty. We don't stress that, what's our natural nature is to just know that everything's going to work out. That's our delulu. And it feels like you're moving in that. Because right now is not about that. It's just, I don't know how it is. We're still in completion energy. Feels like it's been going on forever. But because crossing bridges is here. It's time for healing, connecting, mending, and releasing. And I do feel like it wasn't the word that I was thinking of when the cards came out. But, it very much... we have a full moon coming up in Sagittarius. So maybe you're just like looking at what can still be in your life. Like what can be fixed and what do I just need to just forget about, right? And so you could really be connecting with other people to get this information. You know what I mean? And with some people, you'll mend things. With some people, you won't. Because it does feel like you're moving on to your next timeline. And so, a lot of times this will happen. It will happen. And, this isn't about, like, getting back together with your ex or not getting back together with your ex. This is about relationships that are meaningful to you. And it is just you deciding whether or not there's anything here we can fix or just letting it go. Either way, you're moving forward. And that's the thing. It's like, so there may be a lot of conversations coming up for you this week to kind of, you're in your full power. I will tell you that. There's a lot of powerful energy here in terms of Sagittarius just being their full self. On the bottom is embrace enthusiasm and expand your horizon, surrendering to the journey. Very interesting. And discovering truth. I feel like what you're discovering is that what will be, right? Not even like being so, this is where I have to go. And if you watch yesterday's reading, this flows right with it. You're not focused now on controlling where you go, controlling how it's done. You're just kind of like letting the process be the process. And actually, I feel like you're excited about learning here. So, you're definitely not so caught up in the energy of things have to be done this way. I've been doing it this way. Because sometimes when we discover that this way isn't working, we get very frustrated. and want to give up altogether, right? But I don't feel like that's what you're doing. I feel like you're open to learning new ways, because Vast Vistas is expansion, Sagittarius. It's expansion. And so you're going to feel that even more with the full moon coming, for sure. And it's in Sagittarius, so we will be obnoxiously ourselves, right? And I feel like you may be feeling that, you know, underneath the deck. And we're looking at signs, so you definitely have a fresh start coming. And it's with 444. There's a lot of change coming in, Sag. A lot of change in which you will be supported. Now, that's a new flow, right? But underneath the deck was the Tower and Temperance. Oh my gosh. Talk about closing out, Sag. Like, there could be, you could be having fallouts with people, or, you know, the way you thought things would go, just totally, not so much. But it is bringing everything into balance, Sagittarius, and it's happening, like, especially if things end, or, you know, this unexpected change, though it can be stressful, happens at exactly the right time. And what the universe is saying is that because you've mastered this, the gift that Sagittarius has for making everything work, like, we can take bad stuff and make it into good stuff. And so they said, Sag, you're ready for this. Don't get stressed. You're ready. Now, that was at the bottom of the deck, so, you know, that's not happening just yet. But, you know, look out for that, Sag. Because I feel like a big part of this for Sagittarius has been speaking your truth. Now, everyone's going to come out at me and say that they speak their truth, blah, 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 blah. But sometimes we don't. Sometimes we don't. Sometimes we are totally affected by our environment, by the people we surround ourselves with, and, you know, but there's just kind of none of that. You know, Sagittarius has been moving through surrender energy, for one thing, which is beautiful. I can't control everything, right? And also, though, is that you're not holding back anymore. I think there have been some times where Sagittarius, because they don't want, you know, because we can be a lot, right? When we put it out there. And it's really, I think how you put it out there might matter, you know, but it looks as if you are. Because here are your signs, 1144, you could see any combination of that energy. Something positive is headed your way. Four of Swords reverse, there's an end to stagnation, Sag. And not just that, like an end to you holding back, because, you know, you're not feeling the need to hold back anymore. Then there's rebirth, 777. Three of Pentacles. You're definitely being supported in this new cycle. Now, the Three of Pentacles can talk about a job, right? But it's really about people picking up what you're putting down. You know, it is another supportive card. Like, Three of Pentacles is people like what you're doing. They want to work with you. Now, that can look in your life like just like people being more in a let's work it out or let's work together energy. You know, it could be improvements in work, a new job for sure for some. Because I will clarify this too. Communication is here. 1133. You are being guided to express your truth. Say it out loud, Sag. And I feel like you are, because I feel like there will be opportunities for you to express your truth. It's with the Six of Pentacles. Now, what's interesting is you're expressing your truth. It is creating balance in your relationships. And this really, I feel like what you're speaking your truth about is consistency. You want to see people show up for you the way you show up for them. That kind of energy, because it is, you know, the Six of Pentacles is give and take. It's not just you, right? But let's see more, Sagittarius. Let's see more about this. And then we'll take a look at general themes for the other things, Sag. You know, I don't get too much into specifics on Sunday because I do energy every day. So if you're interested, check that out. I do a daily message every day. Because energy is always changing, Sag. Always changing. You always have a choice. Remember that too. You don't have to do anything I say, Sag. Okay. Oh, the Fool's on the bottom. So tell me about the Four of Swords reversed. How are things speeding up for Sag? Four of Swords reversed. Page of Wands. You're trying something new, but it's really just starting things, you know? That could be... Oh, here's the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, it's not a time for rest anymore, Sag. It's time for you to get out there and do stuff. And the Page of Wands says, with the Four of Pentacles, maybe, you know, you could be receiving funds that make that possible because the Page of Wands is good news. Tell me more about the Page of Wands. Ace of Wands. Yeah, it's like you're having this opportunity to do something and you're feeling very passionate about it. For some, that could mean travel. And you're receiving funds. Something has been decided for you. You're receiving funds, Sagittarius. Yay! Maybe you held back from doing a certain something because of money. Well, you're not holding back no more. So tell me about the Three of Pentacles. Tell me about the Three of Pentacles for Sag. Oh boy. Look at this, Sag. Ten of Swords. With the Fool, you're breaking free from something that has been just kind of like holding you prisoner. So what's this about? Tell me about the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords for Sag. Seven of Pentacles. I don't know. It's like you could have been waiting for something to work out. Tell me about this. But you're not waiting anymore. Like, specifically, if you've been waiting for a decision, you're not waiting anymore. Six of Swords. Definitely moving forward. Eight of Cups reversed. With the Seven of Cups. It just feels like you waited for something to work out and it was almost holding you prisoner. You're not doing that anymore. You definitely are moving forward. With the Eight of Cups being reversed, it's not like you still have desire for whatever that is, but Seven of Cups, you're kind of being forced to like pivot here. Tell me more about the Three of... Well, yeah, like specifically something that has not been seeing any forward motion. Interesting. Three of Pentacles. King of Cups. This could have been with a person. What is the King of Cups telling us? Look at this side. It says one card leads to 10. I don't know. You're moving on. You're moving on, Sag. And why the King of Cups, though? the Hermit. It just feels like you are not waiting for things anymore. It could be that you waited for a person here. But there's also this energy of you gave it all you had. I don't know, that's going to be important for somebody. So let's look at this communication and this truth that you're expressing. Tell me more about the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, it just feels like you're not waiting for something specific to work out anymore. You still care about it. But you can't be in this holding pattern anymore. So whatever it is that you find yourself in limbo with, you're not investing in it anymore. It's very interesting that that is the Three of Pentacles. You know, that could mean a job. Perhaps you reached your glass ceiling with a job, you know, or even relationships, because you want to be in collaborative energy. Okay. Tell me about the Six of Pentacles. Oh, renewal. Which, Judgment. Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles. Six of Wands reversed. This truth Sagittarius is expressing. You might be letting someone know. Page of Pentacles. So you could be letting someone know that you are not you don't see a chance of bringing it back together. I do feel, though, yeah, you know, especially with Page of Pentacles, like you maybe were open to it, but you know, you're about growth now and you're not about the Seven of Swords, like not knowing where you stand, not trusting, because you definitely don't trust this person. and what that's doing is bringing in a new opportunity. Ace of Cups in the store. Someone, wise counselor, someone who's mature, who wants the same things that you do. And I actually feel like this person's been kind of waiting for their opportunity. Could be a Taurus. Could be a Taurus. Very interesting, Sagittarius. Because I feel like the name of the game for you in all of this is that, you know, and people will say we don't wait, but sometimes we do. To see if some things can work out. This could be with friendships or any work situations, any situation. It's just you knowing you've invested enough and you're not willing to play the game anymore. Interesting. So we're going to take a look real briefly at some other things, Sagittarius. Sagittarius this week ahead. What is the challenge in the week ahead? The challenge. Two of Wands, Six of Swords. I mean, figuring out what you want to do next may be the challenge, right? And, you know, leaving things behind. Because the Two of Wands wants you to get out of your comfort zone. It's kind of like, as much as we want a new life, it's like, well, what do I do, right? What do I do? And that's kind of the challenge for you. Yeah, you are walking away from things that have disappointed you, that haven't worked out. Maybe, you know, that's part of this crossing bridges energy, is that you're just, you know, bringing things to a close that way. So what is supporting Sagittarius? Three of Wands. Turning your back on toxic things, or, you know, things that aren't good for you, that have, you know, held you down here. Because all it does is stress you out. And it's time to go. Time to go, Sag. And that, knowing that that's part of the process that you've been, you know, the road you've been on, Sagittarius. And it's not easy. You know, the Chariot calls for us to be strong, but, you know, this is a victory for you. Okay? Just saying. These things aren't easy, Sagittarius. So let's see what your spirit guides want to tell you. What is your message for Sagittarius? Sagittarius. Claim your independence. What is your message for Sag? Okay, Sag. All right, well, time to heal is here. You're kind of, it's definitely about, it's so funny that we're seeing so much Scorpio energy, but it's like you're shedding an old skin here, right? Becoming the swan. And so, you know, that requires you to take a really good look at what you need to shed, what you need to get rid of. And it's going to require you to make a jump, take a risk. You know, it's beautiful. It's very much death and rebirth energy. So I guess you're going to be feeling that this week, Sagittarius. So let's see what your mantra needs to be. The mantra for Sag. The mantra for Sagittarius. 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 What is Sagittarius's month? Okay, finally. Jeez. The more I honor my inner light, the more I brighten the world. I choose to shine. Shine bright like a diamond. Okay, Sagittarius, that's your first look. I hope it really helps. Toodles.